NXT just had its homecoming episode. We had a few surprises. We had some NXT alumnas come up, and we had some really fun matches. And we can't wait to talk about it right here on Unpopular Review. Hey guys, this is Unpopular Review, the NXT review show. Hit the like, I almost said subscribe. Hit that like, subscribe, and notification button, and let's talk some NXT. That's quite the jam and whatnot. Hey guys, this is Unpopular Review. We're here to talk about NXT like we always do. I'm one of the hosts, the Great Grand Slam Poobah, and I'm joined with the sensational Sabrina Estella. You have a birthday this week, girl. How are ya?
Been busy the past few weekends before the birthday even happens. I mean, just this past weekend, went to 2 wrestling shows back to back. Got to meet Diamante, the first wrestler that I found out was Cuban, which I did not know that Cody Rhodes was half Cuban until much later. And went to go see the new Demon Slayer movie yesterday, which is quite a tearjerker and tugs on the heartstrings a little bit. I mean, someone else in our lovely UPR family did watch it, but they are not into Demon Slayer like that. They did it for their kids. Yes, Mike Knox, I'm talking about you. Love you.
Hey.
So it tugs on the heartstrings for those that watched the show.
That is fantastic, and that's great. And we're going to make sure we sing happy birthday before this stream is over. But Maddog, I mean, you just did a show yesterday, and you're back to back. If MD, the guy with a lot of nines, if he was here, he would sit here and say the hardest working guy on Unpopular Review's team. But
the hardest working guy in this room.
There we go. The hardest. No, I don't even think we can say it. The hardest working dog. He's the hardest working dog. There we go. The dog of madness.
Yeah. It was a lot of fun doing it with Cactus Katie. We held down Monday Night Raw. I'll gladly go back there to help out at any time. But yeah, busy week this week. Tonight we got Homecoming. Tomorrow night, hopefully a prediction show. If not, maybe 2 prediction shows on Friday. We'll see. And then I'm going into the city on Thursday to see MJ, the musical. So excited for that too.
So what I've learned is No Mercy is not this Sunday. It's next Sunday.
Right. So we have to do a prediction show. So after you guys get off, we have to set a time and a date for that prediction show, because as we agreed upon, ladies and gentlemen, a couple weeks ago, NXT Review will be doing our own prediction shows hosted by yours truly, of course, with these two helping me out doing it for No Mercy. Very excited for that. So we will talk after the show about that next week. But yeah, very excited for that.
We have him. He's here. MDB 999. Well, I mean, I can remember the 9 part. I just don't know. See, the letters are
nines.
I just know you're the guy with 9s. I can't call you Mr. 9. I mean, MDB. I mean, the letters are not in alphabetical order, so it immediately confuses me. So I am sorry about that. MDB, you know, the guy with 9s. You have a lot of 9s. But let's get into the chat real quick. We're going to talk some NXT. We got George. He's always the first one in the chat. What is going on, George? The leader of the Sweaterverse. He says, hello, everyone. He also says NXT Homecoming was pretty good tonight. It was a fun show. It was a very fun show. I don't think necessarily they have to go back to Full Sail, but I don't mind them doing anniversary shows every now and then, and them going back. I don't know, go back once a year. I don't think that wouldn't bother me. I think that would be cool. I missed that setting. And when I saw it, it just took me back to a time. So it was a pretty solid show tonight. He gives it a solid 8.5 for himself. He also says, and that's rude, you know, like before we even start the shows, I'd be seeing the comments, and you know, George is definitely
the only thing I was gonna say about the show. I didn't like was the ending.
Well, you know, George
Champion's okay.
George does the best he can on trying to be funny, and easily the most unfunniest guy. And I'm gonna kick it off in 2026. Easily the most unfunniest thing I've seen all year. Zach, he's with some really cool facts. It's National Banana Bread Day. I feel like every day we're learning about these new days. There's always adding something. I think just recently they added Uncle and Aunt Day, and I'm happy about that because I'm an uncle. So please worship me. Thank you. It's the NXT review show, Sabrina. And you know what? We could talk about many things. How about that, George? You know, it's not the George show, and you can dictate stuff. So shut up, man. Charmaine says hello. Oh, I already clicked this. We got Jack got a shirt to match his hair. Actually, my hair's orange. This is supposed to be red, so I don't know if it comes off orange.
It's orange to me. I mean,
oh Lord, that would be funny. He's laughing at MD. MDB 999 is how it's pronounced. Oh wow,
Triple H was there tonight. Did you guys see that? He was there. I'm wearing my Triple H shirt for the occasion.
All right, someone got a Triple H shirt. There you go.
Yeah. He's a Hall of Famer, you guys know, right? You guys know he's a Hall of Famer?
You know what? I had no fucking idea, Maddog. I literally did not know.
Swear jar, by the way.
I'm probably going to curse a lot here tonight. We got JC Jane Law. See, he's so obsessed with it. But you know what? JC Jane was in the main event. You wasn't in the main event. You probably was laying on the floor because your back hurts.
She's okay. That was a hard riptide she took at the end of the show. Yeah.
I can't wait until we get into that because that ref, there was no disqualification. No one was doing their job. And I blame Ava for all this completely. And I blame the person.
I didn't wear my Rock shirt because I knew you'd be upset. So I wore through Triple H on.
I'm glad that you care. Everyone knows it's your birthday. You know what? Before we start this bad boy, let's sing happy. Matt, you, Kat, you got to come here. Join in. He got to make his one appearance. Make your appearance. Sing with everyone. Let's sing happy birthday to Sabrina Estella. Mr. Cat, take the lead.
Happy birthday.
Sing it. Happy
to you.
You. Happy birthday
to you.
You. Happy birthday, dear
Sabrina.
A little bit more soul in that. A little bit more soul. Happy birthday
to you and many more. Dun, dun, dun.
You know, Sabrina Estella, definitely happy birthday to you. And, you know, real quick before we start, you did fantastic on the panel. You was with and Kat We Trust. Shout out to her. She's fantastic. And you did a panel and it just went up this past weekend. And here's a quick clip of it, and there's a link to it if you guys want to take a look at it. Here's Sabrina Estella at SuperCon.
Sometimes I'll do a bit of it myself if I can't help it. But seeing that and hearing that, it shows that what they're doing is adding to the product as well, and how wrestling has changed me. Before, I used to be a little bit more on the shy, reserved, quiet side, but going to shows now and meeting all these people, I come and I stand out, not only because I record and I send videos to everybody, it's because I dress up and I have fun with it. I come almost like a character.
Yeah, you're not shy anymore. Look at this outfit, guys. Look at her outfit. Look at her outfit, guys.
Showing some love for cousin. I'm from Digimon Frontier. Better season of Digimon, hot take, but
I got to watch it. It was it's 50 minutes, and all you guys killed it up there. You know, shout out to Katrina. Gives a space for women to talk about wrestling, and I think that's super dope. So please give a check out. Yes, Janelle. I couldn't think of her name, but Janelle was there. She's fantastic too for Jobber-Tears, and she does other things as well. So, you know, when you guys get a chance, there's a link in the description to take a look. And Jeffrey's saying your outfit was fantastic. What was the inspiration of that outfit, Sabrina?
So it is a cosplay, cheap version, and minus the boots that aren't even seen in there because we're sitting down behind a table with a little thing on it. But I was cosplaying as a character from Digimon Frontier, the season where they turned into the Digimon that people give a lot of hate to for no reason whatsoever. But it is the character Kazemon, which if you didn't watch the show but you watched wrestling, you would think I was Candice LeRae. And how she hasn't done a wrestling outfit inspired by that on TV, I don't know why she hasn't. It's literally her in a cartoon character.
Well, everyone in the comments are very complimentary. Jeffrey says that was a nice outfit. MD999 says, what an outfit. She had sparkles. And I think he was saying, she.
You could just say it the way they say it in Madagascar, sugar, honey, iced tea.
I mean,
I love
I
Digimon,
could.
so I did get the reference when I watched the panel the other, what was it? I think Sunday afternoon I watched that. I got that. I was like, oh wow, that she dressed up as Digimon. That was cool. I was a fan of that growing up. I watched all those cartoons.
All right. There you go.
I love that. Okay.
All
But
right.
yes, it also looked like Candice LeRae. And I agree
like...
with Wrestling Doll. Candice is that character, and I don't know why she just doesn't dress like that.
But speaking of which, she was on this show for
at least once for Halloween or something.
Yeah.
I mean,
we're gonna, honestly, I was gonna say we need to figure out, because I know when we get when we have Halloween, we should do this now. Mad Dog, and we'll get into the NXT portion and whatnot. Me and Sabrina were talking, and we're thinking about doing Team Rocket. I'm gonna be James. She's gonna be Jesse. You have to be Meowth.
Okay, I guess I gotta go Spirit Halloween, find a costume. Or maybe
Yeah, beat me off. I mean, I mean, Mr. Cat could be me.
I have to find a.
Matter of fact,
they have
real
one.
quick, let's get into this. We're gonna get into this NXT show because I know you guys came for some NXT and you guys are just here. But
hi, Vinny. Shout out to Vinny.
Vinny, shout out
to podcast. He gave us a lot of great stuff for the NXT. He's actually still sending me stuff while we're live. So
I was gonna say he was there.
Yeah,
I am Halloween.
Was there.
Thank you. I am Halloween. Thank you.
Oh, because of my podcast. We'll get to them at the end of the show. We'll shout them
this out. MD guy. I think he's real funny. This guy is definitely. What's this? Nah, Jack should be Meowth. He's the one with the cat. How about we don't take no suggestions from you? You're not Yelp or any of those other things. I forgot what that guy's name. He was Dr. something online, and he was asked. You would. I don't know who he is, but it's a reference, and I want everyone to work with that. So no, I'm James, MD. I hope you lose a 9. I hope that next time I see you is MDB99. That made me feel good. Sabrina, still take over. What happened? What was the opening of the show? Jeeves, that's what it was. It was Jeeves. MD, you earned that 9 back. Good job. But go ahead, please take the floor.
I remember that Jeeves thing. That was pretty popular.
I ain't like him. I felt like he never paid his taxes. But go ahead.
Probably didn't.
Bastard.
Well, we had a video package highlighting NXT's history, and they showed the intro in the style of old school NXT with the new school roster. And we do get Hunter Hearst Helmsley making his way in there and getting on the mic, saying this show in this place is something special for every talent that walked out of that video board, even though, what is that curtain? There is none. For every staff member, crew, production member, for every kid that went to Full Sail and was part of the process, they're all special. And everyone that is here, everyone that's at home watching on the CW is special. And he says, we're why NXT is stronger than ever, and took something that started out as a whisper and turned it into an undeniable roar. The passion turned it into that roar and shattered convention and allowed NXT to take over. He says, we are the ones that said NXT is the future, the ones that said NXT, the future is now. The ones that stood up on our feet and shouted at the top of our lungs, we are NXT. And so he comes out here and stands up and says thank you. And then we get HBK, Shawn Michaels, thanking everybody They're thrilled to have Hunter here at Homecoming. We know he's out here selling out gates and making billion-dollar deals, but he and his NXT superstars are ready to steer the ship into the future. And Triple H tells them he and his team knocked it out of the park. The best thing on CW, lighting the world on fire. And we get thank you, Sean Chat. And Hunter agrees, and he says, but what if he wanted to come back? And Sean says he didn't want this to get a little uncomfortable, but they would have a very, very big problem if that were the case. And then William Regal makes his way into the ring.
Yay! I had to clap. Yay, William Regal. His son is Charlie Dempsey. I did not know that till you guys told me.
He looks exactly like him. Anyways, he says there's only one way to solve this, and it is war games. I'm not going to shout it because...
War games!
I live in a quiet neighborhood, and I don't want to wake anybody up. And I can't say it like he does, though.
No one can. I mean, it's a way that he does it. But I kid you not, when he said that, I said, oh, God, no, please.
That means NXT's doing one, right?
Nah, I feel like that's a main roster thing now.
Oh, God, okay.
Well, we get Charlotte Flair coming in. Alexa Bliss follows her behind. They get some welcome home chants. They get on the mic. Bliss gets on the mic and says that Hunter and Sean argue more than they do. And Charlotte says, we don't argue at all. We're besties. They're lying, but... And it doesn't matter who's in charge. The women have always run NXT, and this is where the women's revolution started. With women like the Four Horsewomen, which gets a women's wrestling chant. Also mentions Paige, Asuka, Carmella, Alexa Bliss. Alexa adds Charlotte Flair, Rhea Ripley, Ember Moon, Io Sky, and she could keep going. Women are the backbone of NXT, and that's never going to change. And if you're not down for it, she's got 2 words for you, and the crowd says it for you.
You know, not for nothing. When she said that part about NXT and the women have been the backbone, she wasn't lying. Like when I think about those early years, and I'm glad that Jeffrey was mentioning some more names. I mean, I feel like you could go down a long list of names. I don't know if I heard Emma's name being mentioned, but I feel like she was definitely a part of that as well. But the women down there, I mean, a lot of times you was more excited about what they were going to do, like their matches and their stories and stuff like that. And it's kind of continued even now. So I just wanted to say, like, pretty much that was a shoot.
And we get a quick little thing with the Culling walking backstage, and Tatum is having a happy reunion with her former best friend before she got called up, Miss Lyra Valkyria. And
yay!
Lyra,
yay!
No, you know, after tonight, after tonight, no, we boo her. Mad Dog, what are you doing? You're on the wrong side of history. I'm glad that Izzi pulled Tatum away from her because she said no. I have no follow-up. It's just
Lyra's fantastic. We all know this.
No, I don't.
Even Triple H himself has DM'd me to say it. I have screenshots. I will prove that.
Why did you lean into the camera like that? About you was getting ready to curse me out? What was that about?
It wasn't. I'm just.
No, I felt like something was gonna happen there, Mad Dog. I felt like you was about to betray me.
Look, like I said, I'm just telling you.
The student was getting ready to betray the mentor.
Telling lies. Lyra Valkyria is great.
Listen, I think she does some things. She does Lyra Valkyria things, but she got in the way of JC. So I'm sorry. I know where I stand, Mad Dog. I see where you stand.
The champ. And that's, you have to understand. Everybody wants a piece of probably the best.
Do you know what Lyra
since Mandy Rose?
Do you know because of Lyra?
Listen, time out. The fact that Matt just said that JC is the greatest champion since Mandy Rose.
Yes, ma'am.
Mandy? There's a million other people that were better than Mandy, and you seriously picked Mandy?
I love Mandy's reign. You kidding me? It was fantastic.
Really? Where she was a chicken shit champion and always getting lucky because
she ran that division.
No, Sabrina was not. Sabrina was not a fan of that.
No, I wasn't. I only tolerated her reign after Tiffany became champion. And me tolerating a reign does not mean I liked it.
Don't say that. Look, don't say that, George. Don't be impolite. You so rude. I don't think Mad Dog has ever smoked a day
No,
in his
I
life.
do not smoke.
You don't
good sir.
smoke. How
No,
dare you
no,
say?
no,
Oh
no.
hell no, Mad Dog. Lyra's reign was better. Roxanne reign was better. You getting some heat? Even this guy.
I don't know, man. This was pretty damn good. She ran that division.
Wow.
And she was
Even
You know
MD.
why she ran that division? Because they were helping her get better and training her. Because yes, she was on the main roster, but it wasn't her best work the entirety. Her acting is what made it very well done with some of the stuff she did, especially
I
with
agree.
Naomi,
I agree
Jimmy,
with
the
you,
stuff
Jeffrey.
with Otis, which by the way, her idea to include Otis. So
MD, he was
he's
just
in
so.
AAA now. I didn't
I was
notice
gonna-
this till Big Daddy Cool told me Otis is in AAA. I did not know this.
I know he did a show. I don't think he's in there. I think he just does the show, but he's still with WWE. But I just wanted to say this, MD, he finds it amazing how you pulled a fan out of nowhere.
I have it next to me in case I get hot.
There we go. Yeah, I don't think a lot of people. So Jeffrey is right here. Jeffrey right here saying he agrees. He said she was pretty good. Who else we got here?
She
We got
can be
Maurice
good in the
Maddox.
ring. It's just the title reign and how she handled it.
Love
In
Fallon
I-
Henley, by the
I-
way, except for what she's doing to JC Jane. Do not love her
No,
now. Used to love her.
I've discovered who the identity of this person is because he writes me on Instagram every chance he gets. And as soon as JC lost, he wrote me immediately. I'm on to your games, Maurice. You only up here because you want to see me upset. I want everyone to know because of the actions of what happened tonight. Look at this. Look at my cat. Look at him.
Oh my
He's
goodness,
turned to
oh my
drinking.
gosh.
He
Oh
has
my
turned
gosh.
to drinking because
Oh
of
no.
the things that happened. And I had to take that fireball. I said, where did he? And he just pulled it out of his
Where
like
did he
fur
even get
pocket.
that? How did he get
I don't
that to the
know.
cabinet?
He just started drinking. And I said, don't you do that?
Gums. That's a scary thought. Cats
And I
actually
had
have
to take,
gums.
and I, as the responsible parent, I took it away from him and I started drinking it because I had to deal with this in some way. But carry on. I'm sorry. I just wanted to
Was
show
it
that
good,
my
at least?
pocket.
Was it good fireball?
I mean, it got the job done. It made me forget about everything.
Okay. That's all that matters.
Oh, my poor cat. He's an alcoholic. But this tag team match, let's my poor cat. But let's
we got the We're Not Friends versus the We Are Friends, aka Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair versus the Cullings, Izzy, Damon, Tatum, Paxley. And for everybody that watched the program, remembered how much I used to compare Izzy to a more boring version of Charlotte when it comes to talking, because she does not have the promo skills for it, but can wrestle decently in the ring. And now that I've seen them working each other in the ring, I can say that, yes, my theory does apply, that Izzy is very much a Charlotte Flair-esque in terms of stature and a little bit in style. Not personality and character work in promos, but that's besides the point. But this was a good match back and forth. You mean you had Tatum and Alexa start off holding their respective dolls. Tatum with the Izzy doll that Izzy gave her, and of course Alexa with Lily. So we started off with
Shout
that.
out to Lily. No? Yay, okay.
Well, I mean, we did get a little brief moment once upon a time ago with Charlotte bringing out Charlie. If you know, you know.
Remember that.
I remember. Man.
But
No, go ahead. Finish your thought. I'm sorry.
it was a match of insanity, great back to back. And of course, Nico and Sean Spears did their best to interfere and to ensure that the belts would come home to their girls. But it did not happen because with the Sister Abigail from one spooky girl to another,
The spooky girl.
retained the women's tag team championships.
I was moving around a little bit, so I missed a good portion of this match, but I just felt like this was a great test for Izzy and Tatum. And I thought they held, from the stuff that I saw, it looked like they were able to keep up. I mean, you're talking about two former women champion, and it was fine. It was fine. I don't think anyone expected those tag titles to be removed from the champions. I just sit here and say, oh, this was great because they gave them a fresh pair of opponents. And I always look at stuff like this as a test for the challengers and see, like, hey, where are they at and how they can, how let me get my thoughts together, how they would would do against someone as experienced as Alexa and Charlotte. So it was fine to me. It was fine.
Right.
Oh, you
I thought this match was actually pretty good. I thought Izzi and Tatum gave it their best. I thought Charlotte and Alexa really kind of showed off a lot of the moves kind of like the rub, if you will, right, to Izzi and Tatum. And I really like that a lot, that the olders are kind of the older generation is passing it down to the new generation, which is Izzi and Tatum. So I did really like this. I did enjoy the match. The Sister Abigail, fun fact, I believe Bray Wyatt actually taught her that, Alexa Bliss, that when he was training with Alexa back when they were doing all that as wrestling now calls it, spooky stuff together. R.I.P. Bray Wyatt. So yeah, I'm glad she did a little tribute to Bray on this show. And once again, Bray was like one of my favorite guys on the roster ever. So yeah, but this match is good. I enjoyed it a lot. Yeah.
When you was mentioning Bray, I'm sorry, because we didn't really talk too deep about the intro stuff, but I just thought that was so cool that they did this at the ECW show last year, where they had the ECW music, the intro thing, and they featured the NXT stars. And I just love that they featured this crop of NXT NXT roster in there. And I just thought that was so cool. And I just wanted to mention that again, because I just really love like little details like that, because it's such a love letter to, NXT, the Golden Black. So I just wanted to throw that out there. But yeah, I thought this was a great open, and I thought these girls killed it. I thought these girls really went out there and they did their big one. So real quick, because I see you, my guy. This is Big Joey Cool. I see you, guy. I love you for life, man. But we also we almost had a doll off, right?
That but we have so cool.
We have
obviously Lily would have won the doll off.
Well, because she's a lot bigger.
Hi, good Chris. I see you in the chat there. That's good.
Yes,
Chris.
That's good, Chris. He says, hello, beautiful Sabrina Estella, and he called us handsome. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
There we go. And we got MD. He says spooky dookie. Not spooky dookie. That sounds nasty. It sounds like it's scary shit. That's what that sounds like. That's nasty. That's nasty. What else do we have, Sabrina Estella? I feel like I've been cursing this whole entire stream. I need to watch my language.
You might have been, but that's okay. Maybe it's the fireball.
You know what? Yes,
Anyway,
what we got next?
We had Zarya and Sorukov who were arguing about what had happened last week. Zarya basically saying, like, so you couldn't see what was happening to me, and you couldn't stop yourself from doing that, and so was telling her I'm supposed to stop mid-flip.
I love this.
Just do that, just like you could stop the spear midway when you accidentally speared me.
Zarya was on to something. I think that's a great, that's just someone who wants to ruin a friendship, because you couldn't stop flipping in air. Like it's the freaking Matrix. She's not Keanu Reeves, Zarya. But please take the floor. I'm so sorry.
Anyway, Lainey Reed, who rolls in to chastise her for not paying attention to her opponent for No Mercy, which is going to be her when she beats Candice LeRae. And Candice LeRae comes in and says to Soul that she can shine up her belt and have it ready for her when she beats Lainey and beats Soul at No Mercy. And they go back and forth for a little bit. And then out comes Shayna Baszler, who tells them to just shut up and leave. And then tells them to fix it, because what they have is special. To just apologize and fix it, and you'll get everything you want. She's held gold longer than any woman there. She has had tag partners, we've all seen it, to just fix it. And they agreed to make up.
I wasn't
fun fact. I want to jump in on this if you don't mind, bad guy. Fun fact, everyone say welcome home, Shayna Baszler. Guys, Shayna's been with the company for a while. Yours truly reported on it. They hired her back as a producer a while back. So everyone's like, welcome home. This was her first appearance back on WWE television. but she's been producing matches in NXT for a couple of months, and even a couple main roster matches she produced. I think she had one at either Clash or at SummerSlam. She produced a match, so she's been with the company for a little bit now. But this was her first on-screen appearance again. Yes, but yeah, she's more of a backstage producer role. I do want to clear that up. Get bad guy.
No, I didn't know any of that. That's brand
Yeah,
new information to me. I didn't know any of that. That's why, like, when she even came out, I was like, "Oh snap, that's a surprise!" And I was glad that because we were talking about all those women, and I don't even know if they said Shayna. They might have. I don't know. They were saying all these names.
I didn't hear them say her name.
She's definitely on that list. So was Sasha Banks, which they were not going to mention.
Well, they said when they said the 4 horsewomen, we knew that included her. But like I didn't. So Jeffrey knew. I mean, like that was a known thing that I really had no idea about this. That
I saw it on an article. I knew that.
Yep,
okay. Well, screw me and leave the refrigerator door open because I had no
article on it. And remember, I said it on multiple shows.
Mad Dog. Don't you? First off, everyone knows I don't read anything unless there's pictures in it. Was there a picture in it?
There was
I don't just sit here.
There was a picture of Shayna on the top of the article, and I sent it to you.
Oh damn! I really don't pay attention. Shit, I need to fix my life. I didn't know. I'm sorry.
I blame the fireball. It's okay.
Okay, MD. Now, there's no way MD knew this. I know for a fact you didn't know this, MD. You're just trying to. MD is just trying to get on the train just because he knows I'm not on the train. And you know what? I don't want to be on that train, so I'm going to let that train leave the station.
Train. So am I. Get to that later.
Well, there's one train I wouldn't want to be on, but that's only an anime. No. But George also said in the comment they didn't mention Bailey. 4 horsewomen.
Charlotte when they said the 4 horsewomen, that meant them.
Sasha Banks, Becky Lynch.
You
already know that those 4 horsewomen are all those.
She's a big part of the NXT.
Oh shit! MD is the conductor. This MD guy is really impressive. Like
I know he's on the conductor of the train. I thought you were.
Well, no, he's on some other train. I'm definitely the conductor of the J train.
No. He's on the MD train.
All right.
I don't know why I'm tickled by that, but I'm very tickled. What's the next thing?
So we had Trick Williams making his entrance, and then he gets on the mic when he tells the people to cut his music. Trick. He says, 1 thing's for sure, 2 things are for certain. And Melo's voice says, and that's all it is, and that's all it's going to be. And he makes his entrance, and we hear that glorious music back on our NXT TVs. And then we get DIY, Tommaso Ciampa and Johnny Gargano putting out their NXT intro songs, which I was just like, thank the Lord, because Johnny Gargano's current rendition of his theme song is garbage.
So they went back to the old one, right? Just to be clear, because I thought, everyone was cheering, and I was like, oh my God, I think they went back to the old one. And I look on Twitter and they said they did. So, right.
These were their solo themes when they separated. Tommaso Ciampa, when he came out with the face paint, I didn't know what that was on. I honestly, it was done
before for special shows here and there.
Yeah, you're right. No, because I want to say there was a war game that he did it on, but he never just painted himself kind of like it's like Goldust kind of like I didn't know what was happening. It was like
I thought he was going for. I was a little confused on what he was doing there. I'm like, okay, maybe it's because of black and gold brand.
It's the black and gold brand. That's why.
Oh, I thought he was like cousin dust or something. I didn't know what was going on here. I didn't know.
Is he related to Cody Rhodes too? I didn't know that. I don't think so.
Yeah, they're all part of the Dust family. There's Gold, there's Star, there's Dust, Cat Dust. I don't know. There's the Dusters, the Dustinators. But when Johnny Gargano's music played, because that was my theme for a minute in the 2K, and I missed that so much. I don't know why. Yes, Cousin Dust. There we go. There we go. We're gonna keep this thing going. But when that theme played, I was with it. I was like, this Rebel Heart. I think I did like an elbow because I can't really do a lot of movement now because anything could be kind of fatal. So I did this just to be like, yeah, I'm feeling the rhythm here. But it was great to hear these themes again. The Dust Bunny it's the pet. MD Dust Bunny is the pet. Yes, now we have created a family tree for Dust. There we go, the Dust. But this tag match, if I could just jump in real quick, I was really looking forward to this match because just the quality and the talent that was in this match, and I immediately said, "Oh, this is going to be a banger. This is going to be really good," and it did not disappoint. This is one of those matches that would have. I thought on NXT TV they gave him a fair amount of time, but on a stand and deliver takeover, however you want to call it, a PLE thing, and you give him 15, 20 minutes. I mean, this would have been something that, on those PLEs, we were like, oh yeah, that match was good. But that DIY match and Mello and Trick. So I thought that these guys, I thought the match was good, and I felt like there was a gear that they could have got into, but they kind of just didn't do it because it was just on NXT and not like on the PLE or pay-per-view, however you want to word it. But I thought this match was great. I thought this was cool. Miz showing up was hilarious, and I did like that continuity of, Miz is watching out for his boy Mello. And they did. I didn't know how this match would go. I didn't know if a DIY would go over or Trick and Mello, but this match was fun, and I even thought some of the spots where it looked like Trick was going to turn on Mello. I thought that was cool because I was like, uh-oh, here we go. And then you see him hop over and he clotheslines, I don't know, it was like Ciampa or something like that. But really good match, nonetheless.
I'm a little upset that DIY did not win this match. Honestly, I'm kind of opposite, and I kind of agree. Now, my turn to highlight something. I never thought I would agree with George for once, but I agree. I don't think The Miz had to show up during this. I think it was a little funny thing they wanted to do, but I don't know. It's just another person showing up on this already stacked NXT show. You know what I mean? So kind of, to me, it was okay, but the match itself was awesome. We are probably going to get that Carmelo versus Trick match eventually. I'm excited for that when we do.
Wait, Mello and Trick? You said Mello and Trick?
Yeah, you don't think he's gonna go over TNA and run it with them? I don't know. Everybody wants gold. Everybody likes gold. I mean, you've seen it with JC. Everybody likes gold. So...
Okay, gold member. I like gold.
I'm actually more like Gold Dust. Get part of that Dust family. You know what I mean?
Yes. You're part of
yeah.
Your glass is
the
dust.
Match was great.
Your glass
the
dust.
Match was great.
Dog dust. That's
okay. Now the fireballs really hit you. What happened?
I honestly did not have a fireball, and that picture is old. I didn't have anything. I lied. I wouldn't come on the show intoxicated. What is wrong with you? We had standards here on Unpopular Review. They would sit here and make me pee in a cup before I got on this show. So please. Let's act like we have some standards here. God done it. I'm just erotic. I'm just exotic and stuff like that.
Lemonade in this cup, just straight up lemonade. That's all I got. That's all I drink. So there you go.
I could go for some lemonade. But Sabrina, what did you think about this match? I am not a fibber, MD. I haven't fibbed since like 2021 or something like that. It's been a minute. I think I could use a fib card, but right now I have not fibbed for a very long time. I am the truther. All I do is tell the truth. I've created telling the truth. So please stop it. You're embarrassing yourself in 4K HD, and that's embarrassing.
So 4K TV, that's pretty cool.
Sabrina Estella, what did you think about this match? Sabrina Estella is so excited.
I enjoyed this match. I am a DIY fan.
Yay, so am I.
Go on.
DIY.
I just saying I was.
Yes, I am excited. I'm just not being super crazy about it because it's almost 11 and I don't feel like waking up everybody in my whole neighborhood. But anyways,
that's what I'm here for, Sabrina.
It was a fun match. I enjoyed both of it. I enjoyed all these gentlemen that are in the ring.
Mm-hmm. Are you? Wait, did you stop your thought?
But the match was a fun time, and I enjoyed it. Miz coming out to help Mello.
Am I?
No, I didn't stop anything. My Wi-Fi is being stupid.
Okay, no, because there's like a little delay.
It's
That's
like,
why.
it was like you were saying something and it like cut out, and then
Why don't you reset your computer because it's like a delay.
That's just
Right.
my Wi-Fi likes to be stupid. But anyways, match was fine. Miz coming out to help made sense. Mellow Gang gets the win.
There we go, straight to the
Okay.
point. Understood. MD, he says Fibber starring. I would love to do a movie with Robert Williams. That's thank you. That's nice.
But Robin Williams, didn't he pass away?
Yeah, no, he passed a few years ago.
Yeah.
Sabrina, you want to take the floor for the next segment, madam?
So we have our United States champion being interviewed backstage. Sami Zayn talks about how emotional it is to be back, and one particular person there reminds him of himself, and Ava Raine sees it too, and that is Javon Evans. Briggs comes in to tell him that he's wrong and is wasting his time. Javon is a kid, a bum who hasn't done anything, except for attacking Josh Briggs from behind. And Sammy pulls him off and says, Javon has something you can't teach. He's got heart and a big future ahead of him. And for guys like them, it doesn't come easy, but the sky's the limit. He wishes Javon luck, and
not for nothing when
then we get the intros of it's Tyler Breeze.
Oh, I do want to say something before Wrestling Don't
And I'll leave
continues.
the page.
So I actually looked up some of his stuff. And it turns out I do know this guy, believe it or not. When I started looking up some of the matches, guys told me to look him up. I said, "Oh, I remember this guy now." So yes, I do actually know Tyler Breeze. Everybody, because when I looked up the matches, I'm like, "Oh wait, this is the guy they were talking about." I go, "I know this guy. I remember this guy. This guy had some pretty good goddamn matches."
Whoa!
NXT.
Hold on, Mad Dog. Do you kiss your mother with that mouth?
On the cheek, yes.
Well, I'm glad that it's the cheek. I'm not gonna hold.
I'm not a fibber, so I will do not tell a lie. Tell me what I'm telling lies.
That was
my favorite said that, by the way. Tell me what I'm telling lies. I'm not, by the way.
You guys can't tell. I always look forward to doing a Tuesday show because you just never know what the hell is going to be said or what's going to happen. So yes,
but here at the NXT review show,
even Jeffrey said on the cheek. I mean, yeah.
Like I said, tell me what I'm telling lies.
I'll get back to you in 5 minutes, kid. I sound like an old woman that has like 6 fucking cats. But Sabrina Estella, I know
you kiss your mother with that mouth again. Wow, somebody needs a swear jar to know.
Oh no, my mother don't let me kiss her at all. She has the right hook from Harlem, 1960. So I don't stand a chance. So no. But what do we have? We talked about the United States. Yeah, no, she's like she could take a Titan down if she wanted to. But what do we got next, Sabrina Estella?
That's crazy.
That's fantastic.
So we had All Ego Ethan Page go against Tyler Breeze for the NXT North American Championship. And they did mention how Ethan Page was working with AAA last weekend, where he had a match with a couple other people, including El Hijo del Dr. Wagner Jr., who retained his belt. And that's why we see him in the audience today. But this was a fun match with some good back and forth, and they're talking about like, oh yeah, Tyler hasn't lost a step. He's doing really well. Yeah, of course Tyler Breeze hasn't lost a step. He runs a school with Sean Spears, and they teach some of the future stars of tomorrow in the indie scene. We know that Tyler Breeze hasn't lost a step. But it was nice to see him come out in the colorful gear, because when I saw him, it was in the black gear.
I do.
Well, I prefer when it's a little bit on the brown side, but that's just me. But anyways, match was fine. It was a fun back and forth. They did mention that if Tyler Breeze had won, he would have been the 23rd person to hold the North American Championship. But when they mention it, higher chance they're not going to wind up winning it. And with the Avalanche Twisted Grin, Ethan Page retains the Peppermint North American Championship.
That peppermint belt.
Stop it with the peppermint belt. It's the Canadian belt, and
Stop
you gotta
saying-
respect it.
It looks bad, okay?
A lot of things look bad in the WWE belts. There's a whole.
Oh, I was about to
list.
say Mad Dog. I was going to say Mad Dog. Why are you eyeballing me when you said things look bad? I was going to say, what the hell is that about?
I just, I have a bit of a lazy eye. Like I said, I'm not telling lies. I do have a bit of a lazy eye that crosses off. So maybe that's why you thought that. But no.
Well, listen, all I'm saying is, like, the belt just looked like a Christmas special. The peppermint belt. I kind of hope that he just keeps it to December, and then he just puts the belt on a Christmas tree. And they can just fight for the belt on the Christmas.
Probably make an ornament of that, and you could probably buy it. And since you're Canadian, you could probably put it on your Christmas tree, good sir.
Oh, no, not that belt. I think if any Christmas ornament that's going to be, is going to be one of Sonic the Hedgehog, right, bud? Boom, right there. The Canadian pepper. See, Maurice is saying here. Shout out to Maurice. I chat with him a lot. He's a really, really good dude. He has a fantastic podcast called the Blurred by Nature Podcast. You should check it out. And he says the Canadian peppermint belt is growing on me.
See, tell me when I'm telling lies. I'm not.
Well, it's not growing on me. I don't just grow extra like limbs and branches and stuff. So nothing is growing on me. The only thing that's growing is my fucking patience at this moment. I don't like. I'm not a big fan of the belt. If you like it, I think that's fantastic. But if in the next 2K game, and they were like, oh, you want to win this version of the belt? That will not go around my waist. It won't go around my shoulder. It won't go around my neck. It won't go around my foot. And I don't even think people can wear the title around their foot. My point is that would be nowhere near me and whatnot. I missed the original.
Fact, you can download it right now in the game. It is about to download. Fun fact.
And
downloaded it and used it for multiple multiple universe modes and GM modes. Okay.
I love Jeffrey. Jeffrey's my brother. He's a cool dude. And I feel like this is something he wants to, he's ready to lay on this hill. And he says, I like this belt, damn. He said, I like the belt, dang it. And I hear you. George, I hate agreeing with George. George, and agreeing with George, I just feel like I just want to take a hot shower because I just feel like it ain't right. I'm talking about the level of heat. It got to be like hell heat for me just to deal with this. But he's got a point. He says the belt, it looks horrible. And I agree with George, but that doesn't mean we would win tag team gold. If I could, I would find a way to just betray you in the match. And that's what I would do. But I do like what Jeffrey's saying. It's different. And that's fantastic. Charmaine is in the chat.
Hi, Charmaine. I see Charmaine. Hi. No, Charmaine. I am not the goat.
No, you are.
The goat.
Well, technically, you're not a goat. You're a dog.
I'm not a goat.
Yeah, he's not a goat.
Of all time, I'm not. John Cena is the greatest of all time for winning 17 undisputed championships. I guess you have to say undisputed championships. You technically can't say WWE championships anymore. I don't know. Very, very confusing with the whole John Cena winning belts, but he's got a ton of them. He wrestles this weekend, by the way.
Yeah, he does.
Hope he wins. But yes, okay. Peppermint belt, my favorite. Let's go.
Nah, I would betray you first, George. You're not that clever. What else do we got here, Sabrina Estella, before I go into a wrestling promo? What do we got here next?
So we have Tavion Heights backstage. Damian Priest rolls up. He says he's been watching him.
He rolls up.
And that he's so close to the next level and he knows what that's like. It clicked for him when he fought Finn Balor at NXT In Your House. And shortly after, he won the NXT North American Championship and had the greatest celebration in NXT history in the hot tub. And went to Ava Raine and got a title match for Tavion against Ethan Page at No Mercy. And he says to tell Tavion, feel free to ask for advice anytime. And Tavion says, I got a lot of questions right now.
And you know what's so upsetting about this? What's upsetting about this completely is that you have someone on the roster like JC Jane, and Ava pays her no attention. But meanwhile, Damian Priest, who has not been an active NXT wrestler for many, many years, goes back there. He does Damian Priest things. He does the Damian Priest walk, and then he sits there and says, "Hey Ava, I think this Tavion Heights should." That's a terrible. I'm so sorry, Damian Priest. That was a terrible voice. Please forgive me. But how are you just making these matches? How's Ava just feel like, yeah, that's cool?
Well,
what the hell?
I will tell you, good sir, they needed another match for No Mercy. We only had like 3 matches, so this will be 4.
God, why do you have to come up with the good facts?
Facts, because facts are facts. Knowledge is knowledge.
Oh,
I
no.
have a lot of it.
And if
Not
you take this,
everything though, you guys taught me a lot. You know, like who Tyler Breeze was. I did not know. It was only
I
a
love
game.
that.
I go look it up, and then
I
I found out by watching some of his matches. Think, oh, I remember this guy. It was kind of like my brain kind of clicked. Light bulb went off when I watched this stuff. But
hold on, wait. No. You can't do that. That's not your thing. You cannot do that. That's my thing. That's copyrighted. Let me see who I can trust in the chat. Jeffrey, put that down because we're definitely going to be a lawsuit there because that's my thing. You don't have a thing, George. Just keep wearing sweaters. How dare you? We got Charmaine here agrees with you.
Wait, you're the archer of what do they call it? Infamy, right?
Infamy.
Yeah.
That was his
I thought
thing.
Damian Priest trademarked that. Then it was a trademark in AEW. Then Damian Priest re-trademarked it, or at least WWE re-trademarked it. I know about trademarks too, by the way. So you gotta.
Okay, Charmaine is saying Damian is from her hood.
That is true. I think he is.
Can
from
we
the
just?
Bronx, yes.
But I mean, if we just let them do anything, then you might as well just let them do anything. You might as well have sloppy joes every day of the week.
They got that power. They have power. These people.
That's right. Expected delete. I like that. Good job.
I was saying the Hardys are gonna show back up. I'd be down for that.
Honestly, I mean, we're gonna talk about some TNA wrestlers. Sabrina Estella, I'm gonna give you back the floor. I know that this has been a quite that episode, but I almost feel like that's just the regular when you come here then for this NXT review show. But you want to talk about this Grayson Waller effect?
So we had the Grayson Waller effect back on NXT for the viewing world to see, and he welcomes his guests, Ricky Saints and Oba Femi, and he insults them by asking who's going to win a No Mercy, Oba rated or Ricky soft.
I thought that was damn good.
Femi called
that was good actually, and you guys forgot to call him Big G. By the way, I believe he goes by Big G nowadays.
I ain't not calling that grown man that name, but go ahead.
Had to try.
Anyways, Femi calls him a puppet and says he'll humor him tonight and says that he's underwhelmed by Ricky and doesn't think he can carry the title. Ricky tells him he's not familiar with this game and it's cute that a guy recruited right out of college wants to talk and ask what Oba Femi is without the title. He acts like he's got a warrior spirit, but he's just a pampered athlete, whereas Ricky grinded for years and 8 years ago poured all his effort out at a try only to go home and get an automated email letting him know. But it did work out because a delay is not a denial, and he will always gamble on himself, and everything he's given to this business means everything to him. And come No Mercy, he won't be delayed or denied because he is absolutely. Trick Willie walks in the building once again. He says Ricky has to put the pause button on everything because he's got on what he's got going on. Because Oba has something that belongs to him. He tells him to put away the boo-boo face. And the only reason he's here is because Trick made NXT hot again. Grayson says he's going to talk to Ava and Santino next week. And next week, it'll be Trick versus Oba, title for title, winner takes all. Oba says he's going to beat Trick a No Mercy. And then a No Mercy, he's going to send Ricky home in disgrace. And that is the Oba Femi rub.
Let me tell you something. This segment, it opened up and said, yeah, next week TNA is popping up. They're showing up. Honestly, and I want to say during the match with Trick, when it was Trick and Mello against DIY, they were talking about how TNA wrestlers are fed up and they're frustrated. They're like, we don't have a championship. And now they hear this. Now these guys are about to go off the fucking edge right here. And I think it's something TNA really, really much need, because how long has Trick held this title? Like, what, 3-4 months? He's held this title hostage for a while.
Yes, sir. Whoop that Trick.
And you got Santana. I saw Matt Hardy tweeted something. Moose. I forget what this gentleman's name is. He's part of the system. I think he's part of the system. I forget. He's the gentleman married to Deanna Palazzo. Palazzo. I felt like I said her name all wrong. I can't think of her name. No. It's such a simple name too. Like, thank you. And I just see this invasion, and I saw something earlier in the chat where George was saying,
Wait,
I think
we're gonna get Dolph Ziggler back too. By the way, he's Nick Nesmith. You guys told me that, Yeah.
Breaking news. Thank you. But
go there again.
No, but he might show up too. I mean, I saw a tweet from
he was a great champion when he was with WWE in NXT. I think he was.
Who are you talking about? Nick Nemeth?
Yeah, Dolph Ziggler.
No, he held it. I want to say he held it for a month. He didn't hold it long. He dropped it back to Braun, but I think he did his job.
But he still was fantastic. Great champion, even on the main roster too.
But my point in saying all this is that we're going to get TNA guys come in here, and I do see some kind of like program where TNA wrestlers going against NXT wrestlers because and Jeff was pointing this
like
out
a
too.
War Games, right?
I don't see War Games. I don't think they're going to do War Games. War Games, I feel like it's officially on the main roster. I could be totally wrong, but my thought process is that's on the main roster. They're not going to do that, so they might do some kind of like invasion story. Some kind of invasion pay-per-view, NXT against TNA, and it's the NXT hopefuls going against the TNA invaders or something like that. That's what I see.
That'd be cool. I like that a lot. They did that a couple times before.
Well, George is saying, but why do you don't think Nick Nemeth would be there though, George? I'm interested in why you don't think so. Because it can't be always a former WWE wrestler because Dana Brooke, Ash by Elegance, it looked like Eric Young is going to be in this, and he was a former NXT wrestler. So yeah, I don't see why they couldn't.
You don't think the Hardys are going to come back, neither, right?
Matt Hardy tweeted something, and I do believe that he will be there.
So the Hardys might come back.
I think what you want to do is get some names on there. I don't think you want to just send like anybody.
They deserve a run. They deserve a WWE run before they really retire out. They're Hall of Famers. I mean, they got problems. Trust me, I've covered their problems for years on my news segment. But both of them are future Hall of Famers. So
we're talking about the Hardys. I'm sorry, I didn't.
Yeah, the Hardys. Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. They're definitely. 100%. But yeah, I can see the Hardys. I'm sorry, I just don't know that roster so strongly. What's this gentleman's name? Jake something.
I would like to see Matt Hardy next year. That'd be kind of neat.
Well, they were both Hardys were on NXT earlier this year. Matter of fact, they were at NXT. I was at that show.
I would like to see them back, is what I'm saying.
I'm pretty sure eventually. I feel like they all come back. Maurice, he says the way that the TNA peeps was talking tonight, the whole TNA locker room, they're going to pull up next week. This match, we're not.
What if they do the thing with the Jeep? You guys remember that they did that thing with the Jeep a couple of years ago, where NXT guys invaded the main roster, like it was old WCW.
Oh, you're talking about like in 2019 when there was that Survivor Series?
Is that what it was? I don't remember. I thought it was
when Triple H. When Triple H, and I don't think it was a limo. I thought it was a tank. I thought they came in. It
was a Jeep, wasn't it? It was like a Jeep.
I think it was a tank.
I thought it was like a Jeep.
I agree with what Jeffrey's saying. This is something to get eyes on NXT and TNA. It is interesting. It's interesting to see how this all goes around.
Especially since TNA wants a CW deal because WWE's trying to get TNA that CW deal.
I wanted to read George's comments here. He says, and it was a Jeep. Okay, thank you. But George says they had a WWE run to Hardys, but if they show up, they're going to put the other tag teams over. That's it. I mean, they're at a point in their career now that, I mean, yeah, that's what they would do. They'll put other teams, but that doesn't take away from their body of work and the longevity and any of that stuff. I mean, they're getting ready to sail into the sunset. So yeah. Vic Joseph says, Jeffrey says, Vic Joseph speaking on TNA so much. Booker T was like, stay on social media. Booker T was like, yeah, I'd be upset if I was TNA too. But Booker T doesn't care. Booker T is hilarious. I like Booker T.
Did you guys know they covered SmackDown the other night? I watched SmackDown. He turned it on. I was like, oh my God. I texted you guys. I'm like, that's our guys from NXT doing SmackDown. I was so excited.
No. Booker T is my guy, Mad Dog. You tagged me for Vic Joseph because you wanted to get a quick giggle out of my reaction.
No,
because
I
you don't
did
care.
not.
Yes,
I
you
did
did.
not tell lies.
Yeah, you did.
Tell
No,
me
Mad Dog, man.
when I'm
Oh,
telling
oh,
lies.
and that time has come, sweetheart, because right now you are lying. You did it because you knew. Look at you.
No,
He's doing the laugh, guys. You see that? Look at the giggle. He's doing the Mad Dog shuffle. Please. What do we have next going on here, Mad Dog?
Serious as ever. Look at my serious face right now. You can't see it.
How dare you?
Hold it, mate. Damn it. Okay.
Go ahead, Sabrina Estella. What do we have next?
Or are we done now?
I hope so.
I hope so. It's been fun. It's a fun show.
Anyways, we had Charlie Dempsey and Ren Sinclair backstage, and Ren is trying to tell him ideas that she has to get momentum going for them again. But Charlie says, I already figured it out. I'm going to Japan for a month, and I know that'll be hard on you, but you can handle it. And she says, it will be glorious. Enters Bobby Roode, and she asks him, can you do the thing? Can you do the thing? And so he does the glorious, and she says that's as cool as Joe Hendry, who comes in, and he says that Hendry held the TNA World Heavyweight Championship, and it was glorious just like when he did. But now he has to focus on another title that he held that Joe Hendry has not, which is the NXT Championship. And
oh my goodness.
Joe Hendry is all for it, and Bobby says, when you go for it, just know that you have my support, basically.
You know, this segment here, and this is why TNA is fighting back. They want, not only do they want their TNA championship back, they want their Joe Hendry back. Because, like, let me ask.
I have a question. Did anybody else notice
going
that
to
Trick was wearing the
NXT,
TNA
right?
title upside down when he?
Yeah, he's been doing it for a while. Yeah. But like, it's just funny to me because Joe Hendry, he's a TNA wrestler, and like when Bobby said that and said you need to focus on the NXT, I'm like, wait, does he work here now? And I feel like now TNA is trying to win back everything. The TNA Championship, Joe Hendry. I don't know. What else did NXT take from them where they got to win something back? Maybe they'll just take back Vic Joseph too. I don't know. Maybe they'll just be like,
well,
we're going to take
Vic Joseph. He's a good commentator, good sir.
He's never liked Vic Joseph.
I know.
He's never liked Vic Joseph.
I know.
Are you kidding me?
I know.
Like him for the sheer fact that he has 2 first names.
That is ridiculous.
I know.
That's as ridiculous as MDB
No, it's not.
having all those nines. He's taking up all the nines. He's taking up all the nines.
I'm going to get yelled at, so I'm good.
I will never yell. It's your birthday. It's your birthday. Hey, it's your birthday. Oh, look at the Mad Dog Shuffle. Hey.
There's the Booger T question, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, I have the locks too.
No, that Vic Joseph's wife is on TNA. Who's his wife, Jeffrey? I would love to know who Vic Joseph's wife is.
I forgot what her name is, but she used to work at There we go. She used to work for NXT. There we go.
Oh, I know her. That's the pretty blonde girl. I follow her on Instagram. I know who she is.
I love when you just discover something, Mad Dog. Like it brings joy to me.
I mean,
because you're
knowledge, and I have a lot of wrestling knowledge, but sometimes I have to say, oh yes, I know that person is because I follow that person on like Instagram. Anyway, yeah.
I'm sorry, Sabrina. What's the next? What do we got next? I know we're approaching
so we
the
have
mid event.
Lexus King in the ring, mic in hand, and he says, "Who better to celebrate NXT than the flesh and blood of NXT, Lexus Homecoming King?" He's got something to say. It'll ruffle some feathers. And that's that the black and gold era is overrated and doesn't hold up to the standards of NXT today, which I would watch the next day airings on Hulu afterwards for NXT, which just like with every wrestling company, I'd fast forward to the women's stuff because that's what I want to watch at first. But he says those stars of those days have moved on. He's still here. Last week, attacked by Miles Born in the dark. He says that Miles is a sick and disgusting, evil, vile death man. And Ava agrees, which we all know she doesn't. So she set up a lights out match for them next week. You want to dance in the dark? He'll knock your lights out. The lights do go down. And we get Finn Balor with his regular music playing, which thank the Lord because I've missed it. And then as he's doing his thing, he's made his entrance. Miles Bourne comes in out of nowhere, takes Lexus out. Balor gets up on the rope.
She's doing the
Balor got on the
acknowledge
rope
Roman
and
Reigns
delivered a
thing,
nice
right?
coup de grace.
Okay. Are you acknowledging the tribal chief there, by the way? Is that what's happening?
Now I
You
do.
did the whole
Before I couldn't stand him.
Yeah.
No, because your thing froze and you was doing this. That's what that was.
Doing this does not necessarily mean you acknowledge that man, okay? This is a thing before
every
that
time
man
I
did a
think
thing,
it
okay?
is, okay? It had to do it at SummerSlam when I went. You had to put the one up when he came out. Yeah. I did that night one when I went. But
Mr. Cat does it too. He can't do like a finger, but he does this. He acknowledges. He does. We're working on that, right, bud? As he continues to lick himself on my bed that I lay on. Thank you. But this I gotta say, I'm sorry, what's his name? Bourne, right? I'm sorry.
Miles Bourne, yes.
Young Randy, you can call him Young Randy.
No. He has a name. I just wanted to say he looked pretty jacked here. Like, I know he's in good shape to begin with, but when I saw him here today, I was just like, holy hell, this dude is kind of ripped.
Like Randy Orton, a young one, by the way. Again.
So what we're saying is Randy is old.
I mean, is he not?
I want you to know I'm approaching 40, so I've discovered stuff about you, Mad Dog. You are very ageist. You're very ageist, and that is
I'm
terrible.
in my 30s, so do not look at me, good sir. I'm also old, as you call it.
Well, I'm not old. I don't know what you're telling.
I'm about to enter mine.
I'm younger than some people in the. I was like standing next to someone old just to make myself feel good. I'm like, you're just dust. But what do we got? We got the main event here, right?
That is.
Yes.
Being interviewed backstage, they said that the only thing that matters is they still got the gold, and other teams got to get in line to get put down. Montez Ford comes in a leopard print suit, and he's not here to start anything because he respects what they're doing, and what they need to worry about is the target on their backs. And we get Bianca Belair in the audience, also in a leopard print suit. See, I was thinking that when you did that hand thing.
Oh, what this?
And then we get to
real quick, as I was seeing Dark State, right? I sat here in a perfect world, right? And we have the Undisputed Era still with WWE and stuff, and Adam Cole is healthy, and I wish him well because I don't know what the situation is with him, but it just sucks. But I sat here in my head and I was like, I could have seen a segment where Dark State comes out and they say some stuff like, "There's no faction that can take us out," and the lights go out, and then you hear no, the theme. I'm sorry, I can't think about it. I can't even think of the name. But you hit Undisputed theme, and they come out and they brawl with them, and I was like, man, that would have been cool. Because Undisputed Era, I mean, when you think about factions and all these things, they're just a big part of that NXT brand. So my mind is pretty much saying
they are. So was the Shield, by the way. The Shield was also part of that. And
but the Shield wasn't really. Sure wasn't really
one of the two of the guys are on the main roster, and the other guys on the main roster in the other company, and had like the longest champion I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, but no one's gonna say here. No one's gonna say the Shield NXT. That's not a thing, and I know they've done.
They did some good things.
No, they did Shield things.
Yes, they did do Shield things. Those Shield things were fantastic. I will send you a video on the Shield. It's about 20 minutes long. Fantastic work. The guy goes through everything from NXT to when they left to go to the main roster and Moxley's AEW run. Anyway, I wish Undisputed was there too. But there are what the hell they call themselves? The Undisputed Kingdom.
I think it's like
it's called. Yeah.
It's like the Paragon or something like that now.
Yeah,
It's not even like,
yeah. I
it's
think
not
they're called Paragon now, and it's just so weird seeing them in AEW, right? It's just weird, but it's also really cool because they're doing some good things over there. Which one
I
was I
commend you.
think it was Roddy Strong just had a great match over there. Remember I watched the other brand too. I watched the other company. I now tell me when I'm telling lies. I don't. I watch the other company too, and a couple of them just had some great matches. Kyle O'Reilly, Roddy Strong, and of course even Adam Cole had a great match. I think at Forbidden Door. So there you go.
Maybe I forgot which pay-per-view it was that you got out, but shout out to you for finding something where they're doing anything, because I don't think they're doing anything, honestly. And
They're doing a lot of good stuff in the other company. That's the problem. They're over there, and
no,
it looks
it's
like
not. It's not. It's
they're
not even
those
that
AEW lifers, so they'll never come back. Unfortunately,
we
I wish we could
don't.
get Adam
Oh,
Cole
no. We don't. Let's not. I don't know. I always look at names like Bruno Sammartino, Ultimate Warrior, Bret Hart.
There's
These were names
nothing
that a lot of
wrong
people.
with it. They found their footing out. There's nothing wrong with that.
No,
I
absolutely
never
not.
said that. It's just I'm saying they're lifers over there,
Wait.
so they ain't never come back.
So we can make sure that we keep this not super long. Mad Dog, you have some news for us, right, sir?
I do.
And let's talk about some news.
Hey guys, what's up?
All right, hello everybody. Like I said, we gotta get that intro changed. I'm gonna say it every week till we do it, but anyway, I don't care. It's kind of like the running joke, and I love that. Anyway, okay, I'm gonna try not to go off on a rant, but everybody else did. Oh God, we lost wrestling. No, hopefully she'll be back soon. It's her birthday, and I want her to hear this. So maybe
Hey, it's a birthday!
So I'll start off with this piece of news. Andrade is no longer with the company. And it is because Andrade did some things that Andrade was not supposed to do. Failed a wellness policy test of WWE, and they had to release him. I believe they parted ways. They've been unable to reach Andrade since he traveled to South America while they were trying to get a hold of them. So they've been, prior to the release, they were trying to get a hold of him. Hi, Mr. Cat. Good to see you. Like I said, great to see Mr. Cat there. Andrade. The whole thing, he had parted ways with the company. WWE tried reaching out to get him to shows. He never showed up, took the wellness policy, and it was a mutual agreement from what I've understood, but he's no longer with the company and he kind of faded off slowly. Said Icy said with the comment there, I could agree with that. But he also failed their wellness policy. If you fail that policy, basically Andrade did some things. I won't say it, we're PG here, PG-13 at least. So anyway, so the biggest thing going back now that wrestling is here. Okay, try not to go on rant. Let's try and break this down the best I can. On Friday, you guys knew this was happening. I unfortunately knew this was happening from weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks of covering this. Oh, here we go. Okay, as much as I hate to say this, WWE 43 will be officially out of the country and in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. A deal worth possibly over 2 to 3 to 4 to 5 to 600 million freaking dollars. First of all, I'm going to say it right now. Holy shit, that's a lot of money. Okay, first of all, I'm like, good day. God damn, that's a ton of money. WWE just got paid from the Saudi Arabia government for this whole WrestleMania in Saudi Arabia. The next night, Monday Night Football, says we're having a flag football game in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. So Saudi Arabia is hopping and popping with events right now. And I just can't believe it because WWE went back on their pardon my language now, their fucking word by getting WWE WrestleMania to London. So, yes, I'm sorry for my little rant, but I had to do it, guys. I'm sorry, but that is the truth. The deal could be up to $500 million. This is nuts, man. It's crazy. 2027, Mania 43, Saudi Arabia. I guess tickets go on sale in a year from now. Good luck. Anyway, yeah, Jeffrey, I had to go there. Anyway, moving on. Jerry Lawler is okay. He did have a stroke, but he is okay. He is recovering home. His daughter said he did do an interview call, and he said he is recovering, and he will be okay. So, he did admit he stopped taking his meds, and that's the reason for the stroke. So definitely take your meds when you can, guys. That's a big. We learned that tonight. Okay, this story. Got to jump on this because this was pretty big. Tiffany Stratton might be on the concussion protocol from that head injury she sustained on Friday. Tiffy time was supposed to be there instead of Lyra Valkyria. I'm sure you guys know about that. I said Lyra's name wrong, but my bad. I'm not great with names. Anyway, Tiffany was supposed to be there. They might put her on the concussion protocol because of that injury on Friday night SmackDown. So if that happens, I don't know what's going to happen to Tiffany's belt, guys. That's going to be a really interesting story to see. Well, what if because concussion protocol, that's a whole thing. She's out for a while. They can build her up, but she can't wrestle under, if she goes into concussion protocol. It's like a whole, you guys, if you get a chance, look up the WWE concussion protocol. It's really strict nowadays, and it's like they can't be in action. So kind of, no, George, I'm not saying she's not keeping the title. She just can't wrestle while having that title. That's the thing. I agree with you, George. She is keeping the title. It's just, if she goes into the protocol, I don't know. Maybe they just book her on TV for segments. I don't know. And the other two things I have here, AW Tony Storm, she said she'll be a lifer. Speaking of lifers, we were talking about lifers and not. She said she'll be a lifer. She does not want to head back to WWE, and she's declined WWE's calls. Apparently, they've reached out. Her next contract's 2027, and Storm turned WWE down in her previous contract. So looks like she's staying with the other company. And the last thing,
why she decided to stay with the company that gave her a shot to do something else other than being one particular character. And the last time that she was on TV, having pie in her face by Charlotte Flair, and now having them let her do anything else. Why would she want to stay with a company that's given her a chance to branch out and give her one of her best character works yet, and has made her champion at least 2 or 3 different times already? Why wouldn't she want to stay? Absolutely. Gee, why would they when they call her, hello, Miss Tony Storm, this is WWE. Would you like to come back to the company that's only giving you one gimmick to do and to just stick to that gimmick when you come back? Let me think about that. No. Have a good day. I will be staying at this company for life because they at least give me a shot to do something different and have made me champion.
Who was that? One of the Spice Girls? Mr. Cat, can you kindly get your ass out my face?
Listen, when it comes to women's wrestling, I will defend. I am like those internet wrestling fans. I just don't express my opinion like that too much because I don't have the time or energy to do so. That's why I sit on here and I just share those same comments over and over again. So I don't do it.
Yeah.
But am I wrong? There are some that have left one company and gone to the other and have flourished, and she is one of them.
Listen, I mean, she found a lot of success in AEW. I mean, I don't even, it's not even no question. Like when she said it, I was like, yeah, that makes sense. I mean, I think things can always change. I think
that's favorite match of hers that she's ever been in was in the triple threat match for Survivor Series 2019 when she was in a team, and they had to pull her and Io off because they were injured, which turned out to be part of a storyline that they were doing.
It was all part of the match. Yeah. Whoa.
Oh wow, Mr. Cat wants to take over the show.
If your only good match with the company that's supposed to do you good is a team match, and you're not in it for most of the match.
Yeah.
They weren't doing much with her, which is a damn shame.
Yeah, I agree, and that's why she went to AEW. And AEW, they They didn't just, they made her a star. They made her a piece of that company. They made her a
I'm not going
building
to say that
block
they
of that
made her a
company.
star, but what they did let her do is they let her be creative and have fun with it. When she was
Yeah.
still with the other company, it was under someone else's thumb.
Yes.
And that thumb
Yes.
was very restricting and saying, no, you can only do this one gimmick. No, if you get over the way that we didn't plan, you're not going to get over. We're just going to push you down to the ground because if you don't get over the way we want, we're not going to let you.
Right.
And that's what
Last
other
piece of
people
news.
over there, like Bryan Danielson. He got over the way they didn't want him to get over, and they just shit
Buried
down
him
on
in
it.
WWE. He went to AEW, did some great things. He even won the championship, I think, once. So there you go. Last news I have here: Keith Lee might make a return to AEW soon. He didn't say when, but he's been hurt for a while, so hopefully he gets better. And the one thing I do want to do before we talk, I gotta get you guys' opinion on the first story I had: WrestleMania in Saudi. What do you guys think? You know,
I don't really have.
I
I don't have a big super opinion about it. Like, I do think that I do feel like England, they've been almost like teasing. It's like a carrot dangle, and they should have got it first. I understand business, money, zeros, blah blah blah. That's my only thing about it. But other than that, I don't really have a strong opinion about it.
Okay.
TKO is doing a lot with WWE as far as like for business and such and giving them money. Whoop-de fucking do.
Right.
So you decide to take WrestleMania out of the country and put it in a country where the men can come in looking as glamorous and as extra as they want to be, and the women have to be restricted and covered up the one time of the year that they're very much looking forward to being as extra as they can be, and they have to do that while wearing full range on bodysuits that make it much harder for them to perform because they're sweating twice as much, if not more, under all those lights and everything. That's one of my gripes with it. The other one is TKO is so focused on bringing in money for WWE and how much they've hyped up tickets for everything.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, in the Saudi shows, do you ever see any people that travel from outside of the country come in to go see a show over there?
No, but they're urging
it's mainly
that,
the
I
locals.
Heard. No, I've heard they're urging.
I don't
think
that's true. I don't think that's true. I don't think that's true because I think there's been people who's come from different places and have actually gone there.
Well,
I don't have the statistic. I'll be honest. I'll sit here and say this: there are people who have done it, but I'll sit here and say this: it won't be me, because I just can't afford it. And like how you mentioned with these tickets and everything like that,
I mentioned it to my mother, and she's like, "Oh, are you going to save up now?" I'm like, "No, it's too far away, and if I wanted to travel for a show, it will be when it is in town or in Florida, because at least that way I'll have a better chance of being able to afford it. I'm not flying over flying over 12 hours for a trip."
That's why SummerSlam worked out so great, because it was here in Jersey, and I'm like, I live in Jersey. I saved up the money to go because I told my mom I knew to save up, so I'm saving up.
I agree.
And
listen, Strickland works in real estate. That's how he makes his money. He gets good deals.
Please, Mr. Cat. Let's get this main event because I got Mr. Cat right here and he's going berserk here. Not even berserk, but I did want to highlight this because he said, hold on real quick. I don't know that's true. You had to look at that. I was gonna say this was incorrect, but go ahead. I'm finished.
Listen, everybody in wrestling says that they retire and then they wind up coming back. So one way or another, you say you're retired, you're not retired fully, unless your name is Ric Flair. Anyways, so we get to Fatal Influence versus Lyra Valkyria, Rhea Ripley, and Stephanie Vaquer. Two of the ones that came in during the new era of NXT, and one that was in during the NXT Black and Gold era. Just pointing that out there. And on the other side, you have one that was also in NXT during the Black and Gold era, and then two that came in a little later. But match was fun. It was some good back and forths here and there. I enjoy watching women's wrestling always and forever. Everybody knows that. And it was a good back and forth. We get devil's kisses here and there. Booker T is off the walls happy about it. And we do get the NXT Women's Champion being a little intimidated of being face-to-face with just Rhea Ripley, and then out comes
That's what you got out of this?
Would you rather I said that JC was scared of Rhea?
She wasn't scared of her. Like she
That's
honestly
why
was.
she looked intimidated.
I knew they
Would you
were
rather
gonna
me
get
have said
there.
that she was scared? No.
All
That's
I'm
why she
saying.
was intimidated.
Listen,
JC
Sabrina.
did
Rhea
look scared of
Ripley
Rhea. I'm
is
not
a
gonna
bigger
lie.
person in
Even last
stature
week.
and in muscle compared to JC. Okay, that's all I'm saying in that sense.
But
Everybody
I would be
knows I've
scared of
liked
Rhea
JC for a
too.
while.
She's
But
Rhea
we
fucking Ripley. Sorry, I swear, but she's Rhea Ripley. Of course she's gonna be scared of her. Yeah, that's my face when I
we
saw
saw
Rhea
it
too.
That's how I feel right about now. Because what the hell is going on with you guys?
I mean, that's the face that she made when Tiffany and Stephanie were there to basically call them all out. And they weren't, and she wasn't expecting Rhea to come out because we saw the looks on all their faces. But anyways, we got some good back and forth. It was a good solid match all around. We had Lola come out because someone looked like they were trying to leave out of the ring by themselves. And she knocked her out for a little bit. And then Rhea got the riptide on the champion.
This ref is
and that's
pathetic.
how the match ended.
Look right here. This hold on. Let me highlight this guy. This the only guy that has some respect in the chat right here. Are you serious? I'm about to go into my epic rant, and you're gonna interrupt me. How dare you interrupt Papa? This, honestly, if we're being serious here, Jeff, not Jeffrey. Jeffrey have some respect here. Maurice, he says it and says, "Nah, are you serious? Like, oh." Okay, Maurice says, "Nah, Jack, you was talking all that stuff last week. What happened?" Well, the ref had it out for JC. This ref, I think he just, I think he's a beginner ref. He looks like he goes 1A and what comes up after. I don't know where they found this ref. They must have found him in Trashville because he was awful. It was a terrible ref. And I also have to sit here and throw out that why wasn't this ref paying attention? JC, there was a disqualification. Lola comes out of nowhere and hits her. What are we even chatting about? I know Jeffrey was just, not even Jeffrey. I'm sorry, Jeffrey. Jeffrey, you have respect. But hold on, give me a second. Are you serious? I am on air.
I'm gonna take the reins here while the bad guy attends to his father duties. Yeah, I think the reason why I was just saying here about the reason why they did the whole Lola Vice thing. I just want to jump in on this. It was probably because they're trying to build up the match for No Mercy, right? I think that's what
the only reason why.
Oh,
storyline as well.
Look at this. I love when people become best friends because here's Maurice. JC got packed the F up. That's what happened. Don't blame the ref. And then here's George. Now look at them. Now they're buddies. They're about to go on a picnic together and badmouth me. Listen, say what you will about JC Jane. Yeah, JC, she took this unfortunate L. This is probably the first L all year for JC. I don't remember her losing at all.
Okay. That was devastating.
I thought the way that Rhea just slammed this woman, and you know what? I have something to say about her.
Twice, by the way, it happened twice.
See, this is why Rhea Ripley got kicked out of Judgment Day. And you know what? Now I know what I'm going to do before I go to bed. I'm going to rewatch that completely. I see the heartbreak when Dominic, good mustache Mysterio, broke her heart. Good. And Stephanie, I like Stephanie. I listened to her interview with Chris Van Vliet. I think it's very
next
inspiring.
champion, possibly on Saturday. Indeed.
That's a possibility. And I think her story is very inspiring. And I think everyone should listen to that and should believe in your dreams and all that stuff. But she sat here and attacked JC. Now I don't want to. I wish I did not hear any of that. Now I'm going to find a way to unhear that. And then Lyra Valkyria, you know what? Bailey was right. You are a fool. Tiffany had the right idea. Tiffany, I don't think she's hurt. I think she knew that standing across the ring from JC James, she knew that she was going to get pummeled. JC pummeled James, and she said, "Oh no!" And she shook in her Tiffany's and just said, "Oh, she forged an injury." That's what happened. She forged an injury. And she just didn't want to stand across the ring from JC. But you know what? Lola could do this. She had this really good feel-good story. I like that thing last week when they were showing her father. Her father was fantastic. He seemed like he should be a character. He seemed really, really dope. But I do want to sit here and say JC's going to clobber her. It's going to be fantastic. It's going to be glorious. Matter of fact, and I'm going to be here next week. There we go. See, there we go. The birthday girl did. Matter of fact, when JC got pinned, here we go. I had to kick him out, but this is what I said. This was my face and everything. Very upsetting.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Very heartbreaking. But JC, you guys laugh, but she main event. How many times have your faves have been in the main event? I don't think as more as JC. JC's just racking up all these main events. Good job, JC. Good
fantastic.
job, JC. And this is what I have to say for you guys.
Bitch, where is our respect?
Man, that's so cool. We have clips. We have that clip. That's so cool.
I always got clips for sure. I have a meme folder, and I will be utilizing that. We got Jeffrey. He says, "I got Lola Vice in this match, Jack. I'm sorry, bro. You should be. You should be sorry."
Yeah. I actually want to take the floor if I may here, guys.
No, the floor is mine. I'm laying on the floor. You can't have it.
Right,
it's my floor.
All right,
Get your own floor. No, I'm checking.
Okay. Like I was saying,
I'm burned to death.
I actually agree with Jeffrey. Unfortunately, our champ is going to lose to Lola Vice. I think it's time. Maybe Jane gets the call up she deserves.
Oh, I'm about to flip. Take that back. I will flip this table. I will flip this. I'm on the verge of flipping something.
I do have to say, I feel bad.
I'm close.
I feel bad.
I'm not gonna flip this.
Not for. I feel bad for Jason Jane taking the pinfall to Rhea, which I don't think was the right thing to do. But you kind of knew what's going to happen. But I feel bad for Tiffany Stratton, who could not be here because yes, George, I think it was George who said she's not on the concussion protocol yet. She's probably going to end up being, and when she does, I'm going to get back on the show and tell you, George, she's on the concussion protocol because they're probably going to put her on there, and then they're only going to make her do TV segments because she can't wrestle when she's on the protocol. Go look up the protocol. I mean, I've done this before so many times. Anyway, some said nah, Lola's not winning. I don't know. We'll see. I don't know. It'll be her time.
Said no. Said. Welcome to the Jetpack community. You are welcome to my friend. We have shirts.
I went to high school with JCJ.
Say again, Sabrina.
I think my membership is about to be revoked because
you never
listen. I have been on the JC Jane train longer than you have. Number one.
I'm about to. No. The greatest betrayal is happening in front of me right now. The great disrespect act is happening. Sabrina Estella, don't you do it. Don't you stay on this train. Sabrina.
I have to give it from my Cuban sister. Lola's going to take it from Stacey. I'm sorry. And unfortunately, now Fallon and Jasmine are going to turn on JC and they're going to attack her. That's what's going to happen.
I do have to say, this match was fantastic. Between all women, by the way, in this match, they just killed it. I do have to say that everybody brought their A game. It's just Fatal Influence is so gonna break up, and then they bring JC up to the main roster. That's what I think is gonna happen.
You know what? It would be a great addition to the main roster.
And feels so bad for Tiffany that she couldn't be there tonight. Thank you, Lyra, for stepping in last minute. But it really sucks because everybody wanted Tiffany. Even when I was texting Vince, he's like, it sucks Tiffany can't be here. And I said, I heard she might go on concussion protocol. And he was like, wow. He goes, that's crazy. I'm like, I know. Anyway, yeah, I'm done though. Great match overall and NXT.
The women really, the women really had their working boots on there. And it was fun. It was really, really good. It was a fun match. Great one.
Big Fat Greek Wedding. The man is the head, but the woman is the neck that controls the head's movements.
Well, I'm glad that someone was paying attention in school because I did not know any of these extra bones. But yes, there we go.
It's a reference from my Big Fat Greek Wedding. Have you never seen that movie?
No, I was really upset. There was no one fat in there.
This might be another betrayal here too.
Sabrina just seems so disappointed in me. That's fine. Everyone's disappointed. Like, how do you have a movie called that and there's no one fat? Like, it's like if I watch 600 Pound Life and there's like a twig. Like, how dare you be on there? I want to see someone eat a burger.
There's hardly anybody that's a twig except for the people helping those that have been signed up for my 600 Pound Life.
Oh, I could go for a burger. But we got Maurice. He said, yeah, bring her up. I love burgers too. You put pepper jack cheese on it. Maurice says, "Yeah, bring her up. Oscar needs somebody to destroy." Maurice, you're just
mean. That's mean.
deal. And
Well, at
I'll
least
just
put her in the U.S. title picture with Julia. That's what I would do.
I honestly would like her. I just think her. I think her going for the. I know right now it's Becky. I mean, things could change. You would have to see what would happen. And even then, when you call, if you do bring her up, you don't have to put an IC picture right away. But I think her going for
go after Julia because that whole she had history with that Tara James or whatever her name is.
Kiana James.
Yeah. She's got history with Kiana James or whatever. So I say go after Julia on SmackDown.
I think going
the
wrong.
U.S. Women's Belt.
What history does JC Jane have with Kiana James?
They were a thing, right? They were.
No, that was her and Colin Henley.
Oh, okay. Maybe I'm getting it too confused out.
They did have a match.
Champions.
They did have a match. They had a match last year at Stand and Deliver though. It was her and Izzy. It was her and Kiana, and I forgot who the other one was. It Izzy? I forget who it was, but it was a third.
Thank you. I knew it wasn't crazy.
Yeah, that's me. That's my gimmick.
Thank you for
Izzy used to be Kiana's little sidekick for a bit because Izzy's got no personality in her promos. Kiana has some personality in her promo work, which is why they put her with her. And then they called her up and didn't use her for a year and a half until now.
There you go.
You're talking about Julia? Because that's what they're doing, by the way.
No, I'm talking about Kiana James.
Oh, yeah. Isn't she with? What's her name?
Julia, yes. They hadn't used her on TV or anything filmed publicly for a year and a half. Used her for main event for a little bit. Okay. And then heard nothing. And then as soon as Julia gets given the U.S. title, they put her with Kiana so that way she has somebody to help speak and translate for her.
Well, it's two things though. It's really two things. It's also to get her familiar with that WWE universe again because she's been out for a while.
Bring JC up.
Yeah, she was injured out for a whole year, so like you got to get her familiar again. And if you pair her with Julia, and it does that too for her English. But I do have to sit here and say Julia's English. It's actually pretty. It's not the best, but it's actually pretty solid.
Yeah, it is. I met her actually at SummerSlam. Slam meet and greet. She was very, very nice.
Oh, it's good for you. I love that for
you. Yeah. For more fun facts, I have tons.
You are the fun fact guy.
I am.
That's fantastic. I mean, that's pretty much the show. We were just rambling here, but this is the NXT popular review show. Do us a favor. It helps us out a lot. Hit that like, subscribe, and notification. If you stayed up with us for this whole hour and some change, we appreciate you guys. You guys are pretty awesome. So we appreciate that. Although a lot of you guys are just pissing me off in the chat. But when JC wins next week, I don't want y'all can kiss the hand of the Don. How's that? Marie says, side note, I'm scared of this new barely ticking time bomb. It's gonna be interesting to see how this all plays out. Honestly,
she's basically playing Nick Foley with the three faces.
That and someone said this even and was actually hilarious. They said she's pretty much split. Forgot who was in that movie and stuff like that, but he had like 9 different personalities or something like that. So
it reminds me of the whole last night on the Radar review. So go check out last night when I did the one with Cactus Katie. I said it reminds me of the whole. Bray Wyatt, he has one personality in the Funhouse and then he has the Fiend, that's what it reminds me of there. So
I don't like all this negative attitude towards JC. George has always been out for JC. That's so rude. But let's plug some things.
I like JC Jane. I went to high school with her. It's just her time.
Oh my God, Mad Dog.
What? I'm never gonna not bring that up. This is another fun fact.
Well, that's just fantastic.
You hadn't brought it up for a while.
Don't you encourage?
I'm gonna make a drinking.
I tried not to because I think you guys got the point, but tonight I just kind of had to just
for every time Maddog Kelly says, "I went to high school at JC Jane," you have to take a shot of whatever you're drinking.
She was a senior. I was a sophomore.
Oh God! No, I don't want me to be on that show. Because I might have something that I shouldn't be drinking.
I have water in here.
I have water too. I love water. That's why my skin is so good. But there's so many shows. Let's just do these quick plugs in. On Monday nights, Mad Dog was mentioning it. He covered for EC, Big Daddy Cool, and Willie Steam and Beeman. But they have a Raw review show. I want to say next week they're still doing at 7, but I don't know what time these guys are going to go on. They might go on a little bit after. So a little after meaning like maybe like what they would originally have been doing if it was still doing the 8. If it still came on at 8, you could obviously catch us, the NXT trio. We're here. We talk a lot of madness. It's a madness show, but we appreciate you guys in the chat. We see you guys on Wednesday. What's it called? All Elite Heat
All the
podcast.
heat with Venice Vince, Cactus, Katie, and Sheriff. Great guys. There.
Yeah, they're fantastic. And you got the SmackDown boys on Sunday. I don't even got an exact time, but I think it's like around 11.
10, I
sometimes
believe. 10, I believe now. Might be the time. Might
So,
be.
it
Stay
might
tuned
be.
to our socials for that. By the way, guys.
And
and don't forget, I'm doing 2 prediction shows this week. In part of our thing. WrestlePalooza, we'll do it sometime with Steve. He didn't get back to me tonight, so hopefully we can figure that out. I don't know when. Stay tuned to our socials there. And of course, on Friday, I did get a hold of Vinny tonight because he was at homecoming, and he said Friday works for the All Out AEW show. So we'll be doing that with Venomous on Friday. Stay tuned for the time.
fantastic. Sabrina Estella, I know it's your birthday weekend, a week. I said weekend. I'm sorry, week. And you're going to be celebrating.
the whole month.
And you've been celebrating for the whole month. So, I mean, but you have content and you do things. So please tell the lovely people watching.
Well, you may follow my YouTube channel, The Unofficial Camera Woman, where I go throughout Central Florida and occasionally south to record wrestling matches and put them up on the air for the world to see. Like I said, I was at 2 wrestling shows back to back this past Saturday, and I got to go and see and meet one Miss Diamante, which was a fun time, and I also got to meet Kira Hogan, which was also fun.
Oh,
Because
fantastic.
she liked my outfit.
That's cool. That's
And we were
fantastic.
gushing about our birthdays, which was fun.
That's fantastic. Good stuff. Good stuff. We've been our scheduling for Big Pop has not been as consistent, but it's still a thing. So I sit here and say that give it a listen when we do go on. We want to do a prediction show this week, but we'll see how that all works. But Big Pop stuff that still exists. Just wanted to throw it out there. I'm sorry, I've ran out of energy on yelling, so that's why I'm at a calm state at this moment. But that's really all the stuff here. There's links in the description, a link to the SuperCon that you went to, one Sabrina Estella. So please take a look. If you didn't see it, check it out. It's what's it? Kiara Hogan's birthday as well. That's where we go. There we go. It's her birthday. Happy birthday. She's got to be like she's like 20 something, right? Like she's a young girl. But that's all that we got. That's why I'm so calm. Mad Dog, I'm sorry. Did you want to plug? I mean, I feel like you plugged, but still, did you want to plug anything?
Yeah,
Actually-
call me. Oh,
Oh, sorry to interrupt. Kira Hogan is now 31.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
Good for her.
She's a year older than I am.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Good for her. Good for
Ah,
her.
you're entering your 30s.
Yes.
Well, let me tell you, it gets awful for me. No, I'm joking. It's actually,
No,
it's
I know,
it's
right?
yeah, no, it actually gets better as age goes on and stuff like that. So yeah.
I
But
mean,
go ahead,
I'm
Mad Dog.
still alive, still doing this, so I'm happy at 30 years old. Anyway, besides that, yes, like I said, couple prediction shows this week. Stay tuned to our socials for that. Unpopular review on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. We're all over the place. Follow me. I'm Matt_Maddog. I actually will put some of the, if you guys tune in later tonight or maybe tomorrow if I get some time, I'll put up what Vin sent me over for homecoming on the Unpopular Review Twitter page. Get some stuff out. He sent me more acts. I was just looking here, sent me some more stuff from homecoming night. So can't wait to get all that up for everybody. And follow me for all the latest wrestling news and what time we're doing the prediction shows. I will get the times. We will do them. It's going to be a lot of fun. Big Daddy Cool, myself, doing WrestlePalooza. I wonder who he's going to pick in the Women's World Championship match. I have an idea. Cough, cough, Stephanie. And you know, as for myself and Vince, we're doing one Friday. I believe it's AEW All Out. I think Edge and Christian are going to be teaming up in Canada. So that's going to be very exciting to see them. And I think that's all I got. Yeah. Oh, a couple weeks going to Comic-Con. Hopefully going to meet Karrion Kross. So that's going to be exciting. And yeah, I just have to do this because I want to. We want Cross. We want Cross. We want. Been seeing it all over social media, and he's been saying it all of his events. And his whatchamacall, I think the event here in New Jersey sold out. I was gonna go, but it sold out. So I'm just gonna be in Comic-Con instead. But yeah, that's all I got.
That's all he got. We're all out of time. We'll see you guys next week for some more NXT conversation. But tune in tomorrow for All Elite Heat. And we'll see you guys. Enjoy your night. Peace out.